Hey, it's Michelle Butt, and it's time for another Fun Fact Friday. So today what I want to do is expand on a concept that I talked about a couple weeks ago. So if you remember, in a Fun Fact Friday a couple weeks ago, we talked about how you might look like someone more if you spend a lot of time with them. Because we talked about it's not necessarily that you're beginning to look like each other, it's that you're beginning to feel like each other, so your features and expressions start to mirror each other so much that it gives a physical semblance to each other. Well, what if you don't look like someone? What if you spend so much time with them and their effect on you is the opposite? And that's really interesting to note, especially in situations where things are not as cohesive in relationships. So if you have someone who's very strong warrior, particularly a more dominant kind of personality that shows up in their face, lots of thick eyebrows, big brow bone, strong chiseled features, they can have a tendency to be more angry, more easily frustrated, needing to be the one who is on top more. And if the partner happens to be someone who is more nurturing and softer or captivatorish, so nice full round features, lots of insecurity, potentially this need to take care of, and oftentimes someone who can become a doormat, then you can see the features change there as well. And not that they resemble each other, but you can see how the dynamic may be affecting one or the other in terms of somebody needing to dominate and somebody else not being able to share their voice. So what can happen then is that you might begin to see acne showing up in certain places on the face of somebody who is less able to stand in their power when they're with someone who is stronger. You may begin to see wrinkles showing up around the mouth because there's going to be less self-care, or wrinkles that show a downturned expression all the time, which means a sense of disappointment. You might even begin to see wrinkles showing up between the eyebrows, which would say that that person is having trouble standing in their power, either wrinkles there or acne there or discoloration. So changes in the face in relationship can help you understand how the power dynamics are in the relationship, how someone's feeling about being with someone who is a strong archetype that is very different or even very similar to theirs. So it's really, really, really interesting, great work, because we can even use our faces to see how we're relating to each other and how the dynamics of each of our relationships are playing out for us in terms of how we feel about ourselves and the other person, in terms of whether we're gelling or not gelling, and in what areas we're not. And those clues that the face will give you, those extrinsic clues, will help you to have conversations and change the dynamics, or make some decisions to make all of your interactions and relationships better, or to know which ones are serving you or not. So until next time, I'm Michelle Butt. That's food for thought. Look in the mirror, see where you're at, check everybody out. Our faces speak to us in so many ways. And I will see you next Friday. Bye for now.